What's that?
I was just saying that, I just came from I'm shooting a new television series. I'm returning to television.
We're very excited.
So I just came over in the studio to do this. Thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you for being on. And of all days that you'd want to be on, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
That's very, now, do you like when people in restaurants start singing to you and stuff like that, or is that embarrassing?
No, it's not embarrassing. I really don't mind. I don't care about those things.
We can't afford it. I'm just saying in other places.
I know. Isn't that funny? You can never do Happy Birthday on TV.
No.
Because it's so expensive.
Someone wrote that song.
Somebody wrote that, and they still own the licensing for it.
Man, that's a good family.
Costs a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a good.
So you'll never hear it on TV usually, unless I don't know.
Yeah.
Not on my show or yours, but maybe some show.
We have to write a new Happy Birthday. It's the only song we have for Happy Birthday. It seems, Christmas carols, we have a lot of different carols, we have a lot of different holiday songs, we have one birthday song.
I know, sometimes I do, happy, 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 happy birthday, happy, happy.
And that's why we just have one.
And that's why,
There's that laugh we miss.
Well, you'll get plenty of it soon enough. I'm coming back in January on the WB.
Oh, that's great.
Thank you.
So life is good for you right now. You've got a new show, and you're healthy, and you're dating again.
Well, I'm dating again. I mean, I wish I could live to meet somebody that I really like. It's taken me a while to get over the ex. And recently I went up on a date. I can't even tell you. I'm trying to be really open about things. Somebody called me to speak with this doctor, and I'm able to, get through to people. And I wanted to help this gal out because she was a friend. So I called him. Totally didn't know who he was, but knew of him. And he was really nice. Took the call, said that he would help me out with my friend. And I said, anytime you want to come to a taping of the show. And he said, well, I don't know about that. I mean, but I'd love to take you out to lunch. And I'm thinking, oh boy, that's pretty, like outgoing of him. But I guess he's got that whole God doctor thing happening. So he feels like, he could just go ahead and ask me out. So I said, okay, well, that sounds good. And then I decided, okay, I'm on hiatus. You know what? I'm going to put my best foot forward. I'm going to call this doctor. I'm going to go out with him. I'm going to see what happens. So lunch didn't really work out, and he said, let's do dinner. So I Google him to see what he looks like. And he looks like a young Steven Spielberg. And I'm thinking, not really my type, but I'm trying to be open, and it was good enough for Kate Capshaw. So I'm like, okay, fine. Make the date with the dude. I pick a really kind of sexy, cool restaurant here in Hollywood. And I'm waiting for him, waiting. By this point, the waitress knows I'm on a blind date. She's feeling sorry for me. She's bringing me bread. And,
oh, that's special.
They
don't usually do that.
He's stuck in traffic, so he calls me on the phone to tell me that he's stuck in traffic. So I start sort of having the date over the phone. And I said, have you ever been married? And he said, oh, yeah, a long time ago. Oh, do you have kids? And he says, yeah, 4. How old? From 22 to 36. And I'm thinking, 36? Is he single? He finally shows up, and I'm sitting there, and, so I'm making conversation, and he says to me, yeah, I'm going to the 36-year-old's, next week to visit him and his wife and their son. And I said, oh, okay. I said, so, yeah, well, do you stay with them when you go? And he says, yes, in Grandpa's room. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, that's sexy. So, yeah,
It didn't work out?
When he showed up, the last one was 16 years younger, and I can't go from that to 60.
Yeah.
Too big a spread, but...
well, you'll meet somebody. I mean,
will I?
Yes, you will.
I don't know. I went out with this other guy. I met him. We went out for... I was out with my girlfriend. He was sitting next to me with a guy. So the 4 of us started talking. And then the next thing you know, we're enjoying each other. He picks up the tab for all 4 of us and says, come on, there's a party that we're going to. And it was in a public place. So I said, okay, come on, let's go, because I'm in that kind of crazy mood. And then somehow, you know, at the party, we start, you know, like dancing, kissing a little bit. And
the emphasis, dancing, kissing a little bit.
he says to me, what have you got to do tomorrow morning? And I said, well, I have a Pilates workout. And he says, well, call your instructor and tell her you're going to be late. And I said, no, I got to go home because I've got a little doggy waiting for me. And he said, okay, well, you know, why don't, I said, but you know, you can come home with me if you want. And, you know, very daring of me. It's not something I would normally do, but I was just in one of those moods. And so he comes home with me, and it's like, you know, what you see in the movies is not, I'm totally not cool about these things, because first it starts off, you know, pulling the clothes up in the living room, leaving this trail of clothes, and it's like, just like in a movie. Then we get into the bedroom, and it's like, I'm so nervous, because I'm thinking, who the hell is this guy? What is he gonna do? What's gonna happen? And you know, we're like, he's a good kisser. We're making out. The next thing I know, he says, wait here 1 minute. Goes into the kitchen. I hear rattling around. You know, there's like, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, this is like, you know, looking for Mr. Goodbar. He's gonna come back with a butcher knife, and that'll be the end of me. Oh my God, I was so nervous. It was like the worst experience. Although he did give me a delicious massage, but I can't do things like that.
On the other hand, the 60-year-old would have been asleep by now. So we have to take a break. We'll be right back right after this. That's so great. Now, we're back with Fran Drescher, and that's a character in Strong Medicine.
100th episode,
100th
yes.
episode of Strong Medicine.
Yeah.
And it mirrors your story, basically.
Yes, well, this woman is much sicker than I actually was. And, you know, I'm really not used to seeing myself looking so bad, but, you know, I look like hell because I'm dying there. I actually die shortly thereafter. But, yes, the executive producer of the show came to me, and we talked about the things that I'm passionate about, the advocacy that I do in Washington and what I lobby for, and, you know, trying to get improved testing for women's basic health care exams, because early detection is indeed what equals survival. And I just feel like, you know, if we collectively make a loud enough noise, then we can let the government hear that our lives are more valuable than insurance company profit margins.
And it really is amazing. You look, you know, well, you caught it a little late, but you still caught it in time.
Yeah,
and
I was very lucky that I happened to have a very slow-growing, non-invasive cancer. So, you know, I mean, I had to get a radical hysterectomy, but that sort of did the job. Mm-hmm. And after 2 years of being misdiagnosed, which is what's so common in women, you know, my age, it's usually, you know, some kind of, they blame it on some kind of perimenopausal condition or menstrual problem, and they really don't test you for the gynecologic cancers that women, you know, can get, and they're getting them younger and younger. So you really have to know the tests that are available, and you have to demand them. Well, good. Well, that's good information to know. Don't just take the doctor's word for it. Say, I want to know for sure. Exactly. And I moved to New York. I mean, I didn't move, but I bought a place in New York. I know. And you love chandeliers. And I'm excited. It's in the same building with Madonna. I see her, and our kitchen windows face each other. Really? Well, she'll be jealous to see this chandelier then, because if you want to hang this in your place and she sees that, she doesn't have that. Look at that. Check out Fran Drescher on Strong Medicine this Sunday at 9 on Lifetime. One more thing right after this.